Let's do a music video. Okay. When I was at Musicians Institute, um, I was there for 4 years. Okay. This is what we studied in harmony theory. Shit. Well, it's classical music, but it's too. Can the camera pick up this? Let's see. It's basically Bach, more or less. Yeah, it's a bunch of I don't think it's a good book. The teacher said that as well, you know. It's like we had 2 teachers. Yeah, now it's already 1 minute, so now 90% of you are gone, so, you know. We had 2. I don't know how much I want to go into this, but basically it's 4-part harmony. That's Bach. Okay, that's basically well, you can see I can't explain that in one sentence, you know. Took a long time before it developed, you know. But it's from Europe, okay. The shit came from Europe. Didn't come from Africa, if you think that. But I think it will be better books out, you know, today. I think so. That book wasn't very good. Well, what you do when you go to university, if you want to know this shit, I don't know. That's why I laugh. I don't know, maybe it's completely ridiculous for you. You get like a bass note, right? And like the chord patterns, and then you harmonize it. Harmonization in 4 parts. 4. It's called 4-part harmony. That's the style of Bach, Sebastian Bach. That's how you do it. So then you have to know all the kinds of fucking rules. That's where it started. Our modern music, in a way, 500 years ago. What the fuck year it was, you know. And this book basically starts from there, and then it goes to all, you know, all the Mozart Chopin and all this shit. So that's what we studied. This is what I studied the most, actually. That's Can you see this? Oh, no. I don't know if you can see this. I don't see myself. But so that's why I didn't have a lot of time for the guitar lessons, you know. I had to work with this, arrangement and classical music, But that's why I know music in a deeper manner today. But as I said, it took me 12 years after. I mean, if you want to learn guitar superficially, you know, go to a musician's institute, and take a class or whatever. That's your goal, but that was not my goal. Music was my life. Do you understand? Musicians are the most serious, I think. Maybe there's other professions, but I think musicians are one of the most serious professions in the world because they have passion for what they're doing, That's why it takes a long motherfucking time to learn this shit. My classmates was one was from Vietnam. He was way into the jazz. He had that's all he did. He didn't do anything else. He walked to school. He practiced until the day was gone, basically. And then he said before I left, he was gonna go to his mother and practice for 4 years. Rhythms, different rhythms. This is why I don't want to go into this because you can't explain it in a video. You understand? This is complex shit. Do you understand? This is complex shit. That's why I think a lot of them are good, like good at mathematicians, right? Because and the reason I started this video, I already lost all the viewers, so they take 1 minute, but there will be a point to this video, okay? I have many minutes, 8 minutes, okay. I met a dude. I worked at as a teacher in Sweden at the best music school in Sweden. So I met a lot of good musicians around me, teachers. That was way better than me then. That was 10 years ago. Now I don't know. I'm probably at least at the same level, I think. I start to feel it, I start to understand it, but we're talking about 25 years, But I'm not into that complex shit, Some of them are, they're like in a different state of mind, When I listen to music, I listen to like, when I drink, I listen to aggressive music, but when I play, it's different. It's completely different. It's difficult to explain. um, I can't play like, when you play, I can play one riff, when you play it's completely different than what I listen to, basically. Um, and I don't know if I can say the name. If you if you hear the background, I don't want to say the name, so I get copyrighted, But Scott Henderson, he was teaching at Musicians Institute when I was there. And that guy's like, um, um, I don't know. For me, I listen to him now. I think it's overestimated. They say he's a genius, stuff like that. But I'm not that sure, actually, because music is an emotional. If you don't get emotions from the music, there's no purpose. Okay. And one of my friends, he was a saxophone player, right? He mentioned 3 artists that he thought was the greatest. He is a saxophone player, so, but he said Mozart, and then there was John Coltrane and Charlie Parker. And Charlie Parker, I can say, because I played him, that dude. it's dude, that's completely fucking insane. That is insane. Not only like the technique, what it did melodically, like, and you can talk to any musician in the world, and they will say the same thing. That dude was out of this fucking world. John Coltrane, he plays, since I'm a guitarist, he has a different kind of, it's a different instrument, so for me it's just too strange, I don't think like that on the guitar. And he probably would not think that my guitar things were interesting, but Charlie Parker is guitaristic, Charlie Parker is more triad based, and in my improvisations, there's a lot of Charlie Parker, but that comes from Bach. That comes from the classical dudes from Europe. Okay. If you want John Coltrane, I'm sure. Maybe I will look into that. I tried, I tried to have the kind of blue prescriptions, but I like more the other dude. What the fuck is it called? Give me a break. Yeah, I talked about it in another video. The other saxophone player. It's late at night. That's why I can't speak. Um, Cannonball Adderley. I like him more. Coltrane. I don't know. I haven't played his stuff. You know. So, and it's too advanced. Not too advanced, but when they write the notes, I mean, I can show it to you. You will not fucking. It's very difficult to read, you know, and you cannot. It takes fucking time, you know. We're talking about a couple of years. I haven't dedicated 2 years to play John Coltrane, you know. I would guess it takes a couple of years. So that's why if you play Charlie Parker, that it's way easier. That's at least 8 notes, you know, but it's fast like fuck, you know. But doesn't matter. You can play it at half tempo, you know. You don't have to play it at his speed. Just learn from the what do you call it, patterns, you know, how he did it, you know. And I played Miles Davis as well, but Miles Davis solos was, well, some are good. I mean, I'm talking about my taste now, okay? My taste, you know. Music is, it's not completely objective because it's been developing since for about 800 years, for 500 years, or when Bach was started that. But Bach wasn't the first. But you know, I don't want to give you wrong information, because then I'm gonna get shit. Somebody's gonna say some bullshit. But let's say, you know, more or less 500 years. This is the chapters in the book. Can you see this? I don't know. I can see this. I don't know. Can you see? Secondary dominance and have but this is like music is deep, you know. It's not a joke. It's not a fucking joke, man. Chopin. Look at that shit. How the fuck would you read that? 29 notes. How the fuck would you read that? You understand now what I'm talking about? Somebody's calling on Skype. Can you see that? 29 notes. Basically, that's a rhythm, you know, but that's fucking impossible to read. But can this fucking shit stop? The fucks. It's too dark in here, I think. But music comes from Europe, you know. It's um, well, we talk about the Western music. Before that, I think it came from, like, the countries like the Arab countries. They had like some sort of string instruments, but the Western harmony was created with the piano. That when you started to make um, Western classical, you can put two notes together because they changed the frequency. They say it was like